What can only be described as a gross miscarriage of justice is prompting Connecticut to take a closer look at eyewitnesses to crimes.
James Tillman spent 18 years behind bars for a rape he did not commit until DNA evidence found by the Connecticut Innocence Project exonerated him. This is the man whose DNA was found on the victim and who was eventually convicted of the crime. But the only eyewitness in the case, the victim, positively identified Tillman as the rapist, and that led to his wrongful conviction. Today, a panel of lawmakers, law enforcement, and prosecutors listened for 3 hours to an expert who has studied the fallibility of eyewitnesses.
When you look at DNA exonerations, people who were convicted of crimes they didn't commit and were later exonerated with DNA, 75% of those cases are cases of mistaken identification.
Chief State's Attorney Kevin Kane is on the task force and told me today that the Tillman case haunts him.
That was a mistaken eyewitness identification and led to a tragic result.
One of the things that Wells's research has found is that people who look at individual photographs seem to be more accurate than those who look at a lineup of 6 photos all at once. Judges know that juries place great weight on eyewitnesses who seem certain of their identification of suspects.
And often that high level of certainty is falsely inflated by the suggestiveness of the eyewitness identification procedure.
James Tillman was eventually awarded $5 million by the state. This panel must find a way to make witness testimony more reliable.
The task force must have a proposal ready for next year's General Assembly session. At the state capitol, Mark Davis, News 8.